Hi everybody, welcome back. I'm Amanda Gordon with the Facial RX here in Spring, Texas. Welcome to another edition of Skin School. Today we're going to be focusing on one of the most prominent structures in the skin that transverses all the way from the bottom of the dermis through the top of the skin and out. This is the hair follicle. Let's take a look. The hair shaft is comprised of the cuticle, the cortex, and the medulla. The hair cuticle is the outermost part of the hair shaft. It is formed from dead cells overlapping in layers, which forms scales that strengthen and protect the hair shaft. Next, we find the cortex of the hair shaft that's located between the hair cuticle and the medulla, and it's the thickest hair layer. It contains most of the hair's pigment, giving the hair its color. Last but not least, we have the medulla of the hair. That's the innermost layer. This acts as the marrow, serving to provide the hair shaft with nutrients. At the very bottom of the hair follicle, we find the hair bulb, which contains active growing cells. Now, attached to every bulb is a tiny microscopic muscle called the erector pili. This is the muscle that's responsible for contracting to make the hair stand on end, resulting in what we commonly know as goosebumps or chicken skin. At the very bottom of each hair follicle inside the bulb, we find the papilla, and this area contains the blood vessels that provide oxygen and nutrients to the follicle, allowing the hair to grow. The very center of the hair bulb, we find the matrix. This is the part of the hair follicle where new keratinized skin cells are formed, allowing the hair to grow. Melanocytes that are responsible for each individual hair color are also mixed amongst these cells. The outermost layer of the hair follicle are known as the inner and outer root sheaths, and they're made up mostly of thick collagen bundles. And as you can see here, they coat the entire hair follicle, and they are typically opaque to clear in color. Attached to every single hair follicle is a sebaceous gland. These are the glands that are responsible for producing the oil that coats our hair follicle as well as lubricates our skin. There are 4 different phases to the hair growth cycle. The first phase is called anagen, or the growing phase. Secondly, we have catagen, or the transition phase, which lasts about 10 days. In this phase, the hair follicles shrink and the hair growth slows. The hair also begins to separate from the bottom of the hair follicle. Telogen, or the resting phase, is the third phase, and this lasts around 3 months. Hairs don't grow during this phase, but they don't fall out either. The telogen phase is also when new hairs start to form in the follicles that have just released their hairs during the previous phase of catagen. The final stage is called exogen, or the shedding phase, which can last about 2 to 5 months. In this phase, the hair begins to fall out and new hairs are growing in the follicles as the old hair falls away. Oftentimes with the hair of the skin, problems can arise, especially in coarser, thicker hair where it becomes trapped underneath the surface layer and curls under and can cause inflammation and even infection, resulting in ingrown hairs. The best way to make sure that ingrown hairs don't occur is to make sure you're doing a daily scrub or exfoliation technique, especially in the areas of thicker, coarser hairs that tend to trap under the skin a little bit easier. All right, everybody, that's it for the hair follicle. Thanks so much for tuning in. Make sure you stay tuned and keep an eye out for another video I'm going to be posting related to the hair follicles. This is going to be all the different ways of hair removal. I'm going to cover everything from laser hair removal to waxing to depilatory creams. You don't want to miss it. All right, everybody, thanks so much. Make sure to like and subscribe to my channel so you always get those alerts on future video releases. Have a great day.